Barack Obama presidency was not scandal-free. Here are 4 big ones. Democrats like to tout the claim that the administration of former President Obama was scandal-free, but it's simply not true. In fact, the record shows that the Obama administration was unusually scandal-ridden. But since the media was interested in reporting on them, many Americans remain unaware. Here are 4 of the worst. Fast and Furious. Operation Fast and Furious was facilitated by the Obama administration as a program to sell firearms to Mexican drug cartels, presumably to track the guns to the cartel leaders and arrest them. But the government lost track of the guns and when those guns were used in crimes in America, including the murder of United States Border Patrol agent Brian Terry, the administration scapegoated the Second Amendment. The Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives apparently ordered one of its own agents to purchase firearms with taxpayer money and sell them directly to a Mexican drug cartel. A report in the New York Post read, "Let that sink in." After months of pretending that Fast and Furious was a botched surveillance operation of illegal gun running spearheaded by the ATF and the U.S. Attorney Office in Phoenix, it turns out that the government itself was selling guns to the bad guys. IRS targeting scandal. The Obama administration IRS targeted conservative groups for special reviews of their tax status applications. Groups with the words Patriot or Tea Party in their names were singled out for increased scrutiny. The Daily Caller reported that President Obama personally met with the top official at the IRS days before that official instructed his staff on how to target the groups. IRS Chief Counsel William Wilkins, who was named in House oversight testimony by retiring IRS agent Carter Hull as one of his supervisors in the improper targeting of conservative groups, met with Obama in the Roosevelt Room of the White House on April 23, 2012. Wilkins' boss, then IRS Commissioner Douglas Shulman, visited the Eisenhower Executive Office building on April 24, 2012, according to White House visitor logs. The report read, on April 25, 2012, Wilkins' office sent the Exempt Organizations Determinations Unit additional comments on the draft guidance for approving or denying Tea Party tax-exempt applications, according to the IRS Inspector General report. During Obama's first 4 years as president, IRS Commissioner Douglas Shulman made 157 visits to the White House, it said. Spied on the press. The Obama administration got its hands on 2 months of phone records of editors and reporters of the Associated Press in what it called a massive and unprecedented intrusion into how news organizations gather the news. The records obtained by the Justice Department listed outgoing calls for the work and personal phone numbers of individual reporters, general AP office numbers in New York, Washington and Hartford, Con, and the main number for AP reporters in the House of Representatives press gallery, according to attorneys for the AP. It was not clear if the records also included incoming calls or the duration of calls, it said. In all, the government seized the records for more than 20 separate telephone lines assigned to AP and its journalists in April and May of 2012. The exact number of journalists who used the phone lines during that period is unknown, but more than 100 journalists work in the offices where phone records were targeted, on a wide array of stories about government and other matters, the AP reported. Lead about Obamacare. You remember when President Obama said if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor done. It was voted Lie of the Year by PolitiFact in 2013. No matter how we reform healthcare, we will keep this promise to the American people. If you like your healthcare plan, you'll be able to keep your healthcare plan, period. No one will take it away, no matter what, he concluded. But after the law was passed, the American citizens found out that those words were untrue when the Congressional Budget Office announced that a minimum of 7 million people would lose their health insurance because of the Affordable Care Act. And that is not all. Obama lied about to get his signature legislation passed by Congress. I will not sign a plan that adds one dime to our deficits either now or in the future. I will not sign it if it adds one dime to the deficit, now or in the future. Period. And to prove that I'm serious, there will be a provision in this plan that requires us to come forward with more spending cuts if the savings we promised don't materialize, he said. But after he signed it, the Washington Post reported that Obamacare would add $340 billion to the budget in the next decade. Of course, the Obama administration was beset by dozens of other scandals, small and large. From Benghazi to the Iran deal, Obama leadership was characterized by unprincipled use of government power and a total lack of transparency. Obama benefited from a compliant media that refused to cover his many transgressions. He may have been free from accountability, But scandal-free he was not.